Alright guys, what's going on? Sensei Kyle here with your Tuesday training video. Alright, today we're going to be going over that footwork that we went over in class yesterday live with me. Because like I said, this whole week for you guys is all of your sparring. So yesterday we focused on movements. Tomorrow we're going to be working on our offense. Thursday offense, Friday and our defense and things of that sort. Before we get started, let's get our feet together and let's bow. Alright guys, so you're going to start with your warm-up. Alright, your warm-up today is going to be 100 jumping jacks. Just your regular jumping jacks this way. Alright, then you're going to get 50 jumping jacks with your feet going forward and backwards. Alright, so you can either do them this way, where I switch my feet like this, or I can switch them back to middle. So if I'm here, alright, whatever you feel more comfortable doing, either one is okay with me. 50 of those. Alright, from there 50 sit-ups, 10 good push-ups, and 10 good burpees. Alright, and that's going to be your warm-up today, right before we jump to our footwork, guys. Okay, so a couple things we're going to go over before we get there. We're going to go over our sparring stance. So guys, when you guys are in your sparring stance here, I have one foot in the front. My feet are spread a little wider than shoulder width apart, kind of like this. My front hand is up in that V, and that back hand is up in that L. Alright, and this is how I want to be. If I turn sideways, this is where I want to be here. Alright, if I'm this direction, front hand up here, back hand wrapped around here, just like that. Okay, when you guys bounce, it's very important to make sure your feet do not move around. Wherever I bounce, that's where my feet stay. No happy feet moving around. Alright, so what I want you guys to do is 2 minutes of bouncing. Just in your sparring stance, bouncing. Just like this. Alright, and your hands stay here, and your feet stay in that same position. Okay? Now, once you guys have done with that 2-minute bounce, alright, we're going to go over 3 different types of bounces today. Alright, also, you're going to have your fast bounce, your slow bounce, and your regular bounce. So your regular bounce is kind of what we just did right there. Okay? You're going to do 2 minutes of that one. Now your fast bounce looks like this. You're going to do 2 minutes of this one. So kind of like the Energizer Bunny, like non-stop bouncing. That's kind of what we want. All right, and then 2 minutes of a slower bounce is going to look like this. I'm going to let my knees bend a little more. All right. And then once we get more into sparring, I'll kind of go into a little more detail of why those are very important. But we want to be able to understand the commands of neutral bounce or regular bounce, fast bounce, and slow bounce. Or if I said pick up the pace, you know that this is what that command would mean. All right. So those are your 3 bounces, and you're going to do those for 2 minutes each. All right, through that. From there, all right, you guys are going to, if you need your belt from the ground to do this footwork, you can. If you don't, that's also fine, but I'm going to put my belt on the ground so that way you guys can see this footwork. Alright, so footwork is going to look like this. You're going to start always with your chest facing your belt. Alright, either this way or this way, okay? Now, what's going to happen, we're going to start very simple, and then we're going to build into the correct way we want to do this. All right, so first we're going to start with our first 2 minutes is just stepping over with our back foot and our front foot returning. All right, reset, stepping over, back foot returning. We'll bring it back, stepping over, back foot returning. Bring it back, okay? Now, once you guys figure that one out, we're going to take a little bigger step for the next 2 minutes. Boom, kind of like I'm getting ready to run. And then I come up. And then I reset. Alright? Boom, like I'm getting ready to run. And then I'm going to reset. Okay. Now from there, your next minute, we're going to do a minute of this one. Alright, looks like this. I'm going to pick up my front foot. I'm going to put my front foot down in the same spot. Now I step, boom, like I'm getting ready to run, and I get to my sparring stance. So it's 3 steps. front foot, back foot, front foot. Again, front foot, back foot, front foot. And just like that, all right? That is your forward angle because I'm moving in this direction. If I'm doing it from this way, guys, it's up, 1, 2, 3. That back foot is the one that's always leading you over the top. Now, once you guys get here, we're gonna go with our backwards angle, okay? So our backwards angle is gonna look like this. Taking my 2 minutes, stepping over, bringing that front foot follow, reset. Back foot over, front foot follow, and reset. Back foot over, front foot follow, reset. Once you guys get the hang of that, all right, you guys are gonna take that bigger step, but you're gonna leave your body here, just like this. And then I'm gonna bring myself back. Now guys, once you guys get a little more comfortable, make sure these hands are returning here. But I know this footwork is a lot, so you guys are gonna be thinking. So we're going big step, and I'm leaving my chest and body here, and then returning, okay? And now the same concept when we added that step in. Front foot steps, back foot follows, here, all right? Front foot steps, back foot follows, front foot returns, all right? And then if I did it on this side, front foot steps, back foot follows, boom, there. All right, and that is your backwards angle because I'm moving backwards, all right? Now, once you guys get a little comfortable with this, we're gonna put them together, all right? And it's gonna go for about a minute. You're gonna go here. Step over, step back. Step over, step back. Step over, step back. Step over, step back. Just like that. The goal is to flow, okay? The goal is to flow, all right, and build that movement of back foot, back foot, back foot, always over that belt, all right? Now guys, with the rest of your angles, all right, we're gonna go forward and backwards now. I'm giving you guys a lot of information today, all right? I'd rather you guys have more about the sparring than less today. So, your first forward angle, all right, your moving forward direction, I should say, all right? So, watch how I move forward. I'm gonna lift my front foot up, and I'm gonna slide off my back foot. All right, so if I was coming at you forward, front foot lifts up, back foot slides. So kind of I'm here and I'm going towards my door, I lift and I slide, okay? That's gonna be our forward direction, all right, if I'm attacking, all right? If I need to go defense or I need to go away, I do it the opposite. My back foot comes up and my front foot slides. So again, if I'm going defensive, I'm going this way. If I'm going offensive, I'm going this way. All right, so one more time. If I'm going defensive, away, my back foot comes up, and I slide away. If I'm going offensive, up and slide forward, okay? So those are your 4 directions we're gonna be working. So I'll show you real quick. If I was going this way, 1, 2, 3. If I'm going backwards, 1, 2, 3. If I'm going forward, I hit the slide. If I'm going backwards, I move this way. All right? And now, as you guys get more comfortable with it, you want to pick up that pace and just continuously practice all 4 of these directions. All right, guys. Now, your mission challenge today is going to be a little easier. All right? All I want us to do, guys, is bounce in our sparring stance. All right? But I want you to mark 2 spots on the floor that your feet are going to stay at. All right? And make sure they stay there. So if I was going to use maybe my belt and just lay my belt back down, step on it, and bounce on it, that's what I want to know. Or if I want to put my feet right next to my belt, but I just don't want them to move, guys, or get closer. Because as you get tired, this is what happens. We don't want that. All right? Now, your next mission challenge, after you do that for a minute, you're going to do this for a minute. You're going to do 5 small bounces and 1 big bounce. So it's gonna look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, big. All right, so that's building up our calf muscles and building up our bouncing, so that way when we try to push off and attack, we're gonna be way faster that way. All right, guys, no chore challenge today because this is a lot of information I gave you. I gave you your forward angles, I gave you your backwards angles, I gave you your forward movement, I gave you your backwards movement, and we fixed our sparring stance. All right, guys, so get to work, get training, and I'll see you guys tomorrow to work on some of our offensive attacks. All right, feet together and bow. Us.